Born and raised in Philadelphia, right?
Yes.
What was your childhood like? What was it like growing up in
Bad.
Philly?
My parents were drug addicts.
Okay.
Uh, when I was younger, I didn't really understand much about it. But as I got older, I started to learn more and more about it. I wasn't going to school. They weren't making me go to school. From time to time, they would have me go to pick up their medicine,
Mm,
not realizing what I was doing, would do it
gotcha.
for them. Plus, they were my parents. I thought I was helping them. After I got older, I found out I was just going to get their drugs for them.
Wow.
And then I ended up in a foster home where I was raped multiple times. And then after that, I kept running away. And then they sent me to a placement in Tennessee, and I was there until my 18th birthday.
So after that, you came back to Philadelphia,
Yes,
and then what was things like at that age?
different, a lot different.
What
I
were you?
didn't really know how to function.
What did you do? Did you work or did you?
Yes, I worked in a kitchen. I was a dishwasher.
Okay.
And then I ended up being a line cook. And then I lost that job.
How did you get your home and stuff like that?
My parents were still alive when I came back,
Right.
but they were like in the process of like recovery. So they let me stay with them. But then they both got ill. My father died from Hep C in 2014, and then my mom died in
How
2021.
how did you get the home that you had to deal with your mom with? How did you get that house?
Oh, the apartment. I knew this guy Jimmy, and he did this diverting job where they would buy shampoo and resell it.
Okay.
And he told me like, come with me on this 2-month trip. We went all around the country, and when I came back, he gave me $2,500. I used all of it for a down payment. The guy that he sold the product to, this shampoo to, I actually started working with him in his warehouse, and that's how I was able to continue paying the rent.
And then things took a turn.
Things took a big turn, yeah.
You hear it, man. It's multiple ways that people can end up in these situations. People don't choose this life. Everybody's story is different. And so, can't have no judgment because you just never know. You never know what somebody's circumstances is. You never know how somebody landed in this situation. And so, we're hearing it from Josh, different ways how, homelessness can take place, man.
Each person that I've dealt with has had a totally different story, which shows that you just never know how things can turn out.
What's the hardest part about being out here?
Worrying about not waking up,
Worrying about not waking up?
worrying about if I'm going to eat that day or not.
How do you usually get your meals?
Panhandling. People will give me food. People give me a couple bucks. I'll go to Wawa, get something to eat. Doesn't happen too often, but when it does, that's the first thing I do is go get something to eat.
Got you. What are you doing currently to try to change your situation?
I'm on the welfare housing list. I'm just waiting to hear from them. Every time I see the outreach people, I talk to them because after 12 consecutive months with them having your info, they put you on this thing called 111 status where they make you like a high priority to get you into housing.
Okay. I didn't know that. That's new to me. That's something I didn't hear
Yeah.
before. Okay. So what about places like Broad Street Ministry, the churches that, they give out food and housing and those type of things?
I go to, do you know where St. Francis is?
No, I don't.
It's under the L between Huntington and York Dolphin.
Okay.
I usually go there for breakfast and dinners. Tuesday to Thursday, breakfast is 10 to 11. Friday to Sunday, lunch is 11:30 to 1. And then Monday, dinner is 4:30 to 6.
For anybody that's seeing this and that's watching, what would you say to them, or what would you like them to know about you or your situation in general?
Sometimes when people end up in a situation like homelessness or anything, it's not always their fault.
Okay.
Sometimes it's because of something somebody else did, even though that sounds like putting the blame on someone else. Sometimes that's actually how it goes.
Hmm.
Granted, I probably could be doing a little more to make my situation better, but I feel like I do the best I can, and I didn't end up like this because I wanted to.
Got you. And what advice would you give to anybody so they won't end up in a situation like this?
It would be to pay more attention to your finances, like how I told you about my situation.
Hmm.
I should have paid more attention to see that the utilities and everything really did come out of my name. It would be to not give out trust so easily, and to just, no matter how hard it gets, don't stop trying.
Hmm.
Don't give up.
Hmm.
That's not something anybody should do, is give up.